Manchester United have already begun moving behind the scenes with an eye on next season, and as usual, planning is directly linked to the transfer market. Faced with an uncertain scenario within the squad, especially involving key attacking players, the English club has started mapping alternatives to maintain its competitive level. One name that has gained internal traction is Japanese international Kaoru Mitoma, a standout performer for Brighton and one of the most highly valued players in the Premier League in recent years. The possible departure of Bruno Fernandes at the end of the season is one of the main factors driving this strategic movement by United. The Portuguese midfielder, team captain, and technical reference has been the subject of constant speculation across the European market and beyond. Even without a confirmed official offer, the club's board understands the need to anticipate events and analyze options capable of filling a potential creative and attacking void. According to information from Team Talk, Mitoma's name has begun to be discussed internally at Old Trafford as a viable option for the near future. The Japanese attacking midfielder fits the profile the club is seeking, a dynamic player capable of individual brilliance, high intensity off the ball, and consistent numbers in the final third. Since arriving at Brighton, Kaoru Mitoma has built a steadily rising trajectory in English football. Initially seen as a gamble, the Japanese player quickly adapted to the Premier League and became a key figure in the team's system. His pace, one-on-one ability, and tactical intelligence have drawn attention not only from fans, but also from major clubs across Europe. Last season, Mitoma posted impressive numbers that consolidated his importance. He scored 10 goals and provided 4 assists, solid statistics considering the context of a team that does not rank among the league's financial powerhouses. More than the numbers, however, his on-field impact is evident in how frequently he's involved in decisive attacking moves and in the problems he causes for opposing defenses. These performances have significantly increased his market value in Europe. Observers at Manchester United highlight internally that Mitoma combines refined technical qualities with a competitive mentality, an essential trait for wearing the shirt of a club of United stature. Nevertheless, any attempt to sign him is expected to be complex. Brighton have already made it clear on previous occasions that they are unwilling to make life easy for clubs seeking their key players. In January last year, the club rejected a bid exceeding £50 million from Al Nasser of Saudi Arabia, demonstrating firmness in their negotiation policy. That rejection did not cool interest from the Saudi Pro League, which continues to monitor Mitoma's situation. Saudi football has proven increasingly aggressive in the international market, offering substantial sums both in transfer fees and wages. This scenario adds a layer of competition that could further inflate the cost of any potential deal. Aware of this context, Brighton maintain a firm and strategic stance. The club understands that Mitoma is a key asset not only on the pitch, but also financially. Any discussions over a transfer would only progress if an offer deemed irresistible were to arrive, placing Manchester United in a dilemma: invest heavily or seek more affordable alternatives. From United's perspective, the evaluation of Mitoma goes beyond a simple like-for-like replacement. Internally, he's seen as an option to refresh the attacking sector and bring new dynamics to the team. Although he mainly operates out wide, his ability to drift between the lines and create chances makes him an interesting alternative to partially compensate for a potential Bruno Fernandes departure. The possible exit of the Portuguese midfielder represents a turning point in the club's sporting project. Bruno has been, for years, the main organizer of play, responsible for setting the tempo, creating chances, and taking on responsibility in decisive moments. Replacing him will not be a simple task, and the board is aware that it is unlikely a single player could replicate all of these functions. As a result, the idea would not necessarily be to find a new Bruno Fernandes, but rather to reorganize the attacking structure with complementary profiles. In this sense, Mitoma emerges as a player who could add pace, unpredictability, and verticality, elements that have not always been present in United's performances in recent seasons. Another factor directly influencing any potential move is the uncertainty surrounding the managerial position. Manchester United are currently operating with an interim head coach and intend to appoint a permanent manager only in the final stretch of the season. The choice of the next coach will be decisive in shaping the club's recruitment strategy and playing style. Sources close to the club indicate that the board does not intend to move aggressively in the transfer market before this decision is made. The pursuit of Mitoma, like other potential signings, will depend on the approval of the future manager, who is expected to have a strong voice in shaping the squad. Meanwhile, Brighton remain focused on their sporting objectives and are calm regarding the Japanese player's future. The club has a track record of selling talent at the right time and for high fees, while also preserving competitiveness. Mitoma himself remains focused on his performances and has avoided commenting on speculation. For Manchester United, interest in Kaoru Mitoma represents more than a simple inquiry. It reflects an attempt to rebuild an attacking identity that in recent years has been criticized for inconsistency. Whether as a direct replacement or as part of a broader restructuring, the Japanese international is a name that could gain momentum as the season draws to a close. The final outcome remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. The transfer market promises to be busy, and Manchester United have made it clear they do not intend to stand still in the face of the changes looming on the horizon.